emissary from the Governor-General, who dissolves Parliament, usually comes up the front steps of the Parliament to do it. On this occasion, he's had to come by the back passages. Now, I'm certain that when he appears, you will give him the reception he deserves. And thereafter, I might have a few words to say myself.
Proclamation by His Excellency the Governor-General of Australia. Rejects or fails to pass it, or passes it with amendments to which the House of Representatives will not agree, and if after an interval of 3 months the House of Representatives on the same for the next session again passes the proposed law with or without amendments which have been made, suggested or agreed to by the Senate, and the Senate rejects or fails to pass it, or passes it with amendments that the House of Representatives will not agree, the Governor-General may dissolve the Senate and the House of Representatives simultaneously. And whereas the conditions upon which the Governor-General is empowered by that section of the Constitution to dissolve the Senate and the House of Representatives simultaneously have been fulfilled in respect of the several proposed laws intituled. Now, therefore, I, Sir John Robert Kerr, the Governor-General of Australia, do by this my proclamation dissolve the Senate and the House of Representatives. Given under my hand and the Great Seal of Australia on the 11th of November 1975, by His Excellency's command, Malcolm Fraser, Prime Minister, John R. Kerr, Governor-General. God save the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, well may we say, God save the Queen. Because nothing will save the Governor-General. The proclamation which you have just heard read by the Governor-General's official secretary was countersigned Malcolm Fraser. Who will undoubtedly go down in Australian history from Remembrance Day 1975 as Kerr's Kerr. The Governor-General signed that proclamation, and it was... John, I'll put it on. They won't silence the outskirts of Parliament House, even if the inside has been silenced for the next few weeks. The Governor-General's proclamation was signed after he had already made an appointment to meet the Speaker at 4:45. The House of Representatives had requested the Speaker to give the Governor-General its decision that Mr. Fraser did not have the confidence of the and that the Governor-General should call me to form the government. That motion, Prime Minister, and requesting...
Your support, that will be the cry from one end of Australia to the other. We have a party meeting now, and we must make our plans for another victorious campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't yet been told when the election will be held. It can be held on the 13th of December. And I ask you all, in the next 4.5 weeks, to maintain the rage and the enthusiasm that you are showing now outside the Parliament.
The members of the elected government of Australia are now dispersing to the electorates throughout Australia to ensure that with your support, your enthusiasm, your encouragement, we once again will be elected as the government.